It ended up being a little bit better than I thought it would be. Coyotes get a point in Dallas.
Which we would never have predicted.
We never, literally, Craig and I, 5-1 Dallas. That was our prediction. We'll take the point. Welcome into the PHNX Coyotes Postgame Show presented by Four Peaks. Sports aren't the same without a Four Peaks in hand. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Leave us a 5-star review. I'm Leah here with Petey, Craig, and Danielle.
Have you checked your flight status?
I do have a flight. I was very thrown off by this game going to overtime. This game was moving.
OT tonight.
It was going at a very fast pace all night.
Buzzing.
Lawson Crouse puts the Coyotes up 3-2. I'm thinking, let's get her done. And the freaking Dallas Stars tie it and send it to OT. Again, we'll take the point. Matt Duchene said, Leah's got a flight. Let's end this in the first minute of OT. And they did. So Coyotes get a point in Dallas.
Yep.
Not
Still
bad.
500 on the road. We didn't think that they would manage a point in Dallas. So now they've got an opportunity for better. They've got Columbus and Winnipeg left on this trip, both winnable games.
I agree.
So, again, it's the way it happened. If they hadn't taken that lead late, you're like, okay, they got a point in Dallas. That's great. But they had a lead late and they should have won the game, but a defensive breakdown cost them a second point.
I think I've seen that movie before.
You think?
Many times.
Yeah, this is the game that could have got out of hand early in the other direction. I thought the Dallas Stars, they had that 5-on-3, and they could have blown the doors open on this one, and I think they could have ran away with it. But they didn't. And the Coyotes, I don't think the Coyotes were very good tonight. But they hung around, and you hang around and you hang around on a road game. If you can hang around, just find a way to get a point out of it. To your point, Craig, that third period for that 2-minute stretch, man, they were buzzing. Yeah. And you go, oh my goodness, look at this team, and they're going to win this game of playing 2 minutes of really, really good hockey. And sometimes that's all you need on the road, and it's really too bad. It was a bad defensive read. This team just struggles with plays through the neutral zone.
What'd you see? Did you get a chance to watch that play?
Yeah, I think, did I say it was Mosier? Did I say it was Dursey?
Yeah.
You're the right defenseman there, and a player's flying your zone. You can't have the left defenseman go because the puck's on your side near the wall. It's Dursey's responsibility to check his shoulder and fly with the guy leaving the zone early. In that case, it was Sagan. Dallas sends guys. Like Rupe Hintz is usually the guy that's flying the zone. Duchene will fly the zone. You just got to be aware.
In that situation,
Gotta
right?
be aware.
Got situational awareness. You're protecting a lead.
It's like a defensive back in football. You got to keep the play in front of you. Just you see him start to go, and you just keep it in front of you. Play. You're leading in the game. Just keep everything. Yeah. Don't let them get the deep pass, and they did against one of their more skilled and talented players. So that's unfortunate, but again, for the way this team played and the lack of offense they had, to get out of Dallas with a point is huge.
Yeah,
this could set the tone for the rest of the road trip.
Yeah. I know. And I think a lot of people are stuck on how this one ended. Yep. Like, just that awful breakdown, the play in overtime that led to the goal. I think, Veggie had a few moments tonight that we all went, eee.
If they didn't have a door at the Zamboni tunnel, Vejmelka might have slid out of the tunnel and into the parking lot on that one.
On the first goal?
Where is he going?
I have no idea because he wasn't moving toward the shooter. I can tell you that.
Shot's on his right, and he's moving to his left towards the players' bench.
That was bizarre.
It was bizarre.
It was. The people are asking for a 60-second breakdown, so I'll give it.
I think it's your turn because you got to catch a plane.
I'll go.
By the way, Craig, I thought it was a 30-second breakdown. I thought that was our thing because we didn't want to copy DNVR.
I don't care what we do, honestly.
I'll just give a very quick summary. Coyotes take a penalty 46 seconds in. We've seen that one before. Coyotes score first. Clayton Keller scores on the Coyotes' first shot. First shot of the game, which the Coyotes haven't scored the first goal in a game since the Winnipeg game on the 4th of November. So it's been a little bit of a time. Dallas ties it with 2 minutes left in the first. That was the goal that Veggie slid out to no man's land. 1-1 after 1. Dallas goes up 2-1 in the second period. Coyotes are on a 5-on-3 for a minute 09 killing a 5-on-3 and kill it. So good. But shots were 6-3 Dallas in the second. A little bit of a wild one there in the second. And then in the third, Välimäki takes a puck to the face.
Ow.
Ouch. We're waiting on an update for that, so stay tuned. But then Jason Zucker takes an unbelievable pass from Marty Smith to score his third goal of the season. Lawson Crouse then puts the Coyotes up 3-2 to score his sixth of the season. And then Dallas ties it with 3 minutes left to take it to OT. And OT ends in the first minute.
And a 2-1. It's a 2-on-1 that wins it in overtime. It's a hell of a goal by Matt Duchene.
Yep.
It was a really nice pass by Sagan, and it's unfortunate. And Craig and I are going to get into 3-on-3 on Friday. Is that the thing?
Yeah, that's going to be one of our topics on Friday's show. Yeah.
And
you actually read the rundown?
Well, he told me to. Going to be more exciting. We'll see. So we had the sad music. We had the lost music. But a point in Dallas.
I don't even think of blues as sad music necessarily. I mean, the concept of it is. But I grew up in Chicago, so I felt like I feel like I have a beer in hand. I'm in Lincoln Park, just in a blues bar somewhere. So
You're
it's not
more
so bad.
eclectic than that.
It's not so bad.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at the numbers in this one presented by Desert Financial Credit Union, Arizona's #1 credit union, named by Forbes. Dallas outshot the Coyotes 34-25. Coyotes PP 1 for 2. Again, the PP is just on fire, but so is Dallas's. They have the top power play in the league. They are 1 for 4 as well. The faceoff circle was a little bit of a story tonight because the Coyotes lost a lot of crucial faceoffs, 62-38 in favor of Dallas there, and then Dallas dominated in shot attempts with 78 to the Coyotes 41. But we don't always include the faceoff percentage on this because sometimes it's irrelevant, but it felt a little bit more relevant tonight.
Certainly on the Coyotes power play when they couldn't win a draw and the puck kept getting cleared. So
and to that point, Craig, that power play in the third period where they lose the draw and it gets dumped on the ice, they were so confused on what the hell they were doing on their breakout. It was 32 seconds burned off the clock. First, they were doing a stretch play, which I like. Get the puck up the ice. Get it up. Well, now we're going to go do a drop pass. Well, you just killed 10 more seconds. What are you doing? Like, either do the drop pass and get in, or throw the puck up the ice and get moving. Do 5 back, 4 up, whatever. Just get going. And it killed it. I thought that was unfortunate. They do get the goal, and they do zip it around pretty good. But I wish they would win those draws. And I want to correct Leah on one point, so I don't want to get the NHL statisticians on us. Dallas has had the best power play this week, but their power play has actually been really poor, and it was 17th.
Oh, sorry. They have the best penalty kill. That's my bad.
Penalty kill.
Sorry,
the best
everyone.
penalty kill versus the power play that's top 10 in the league.
But
those Arizona Coyotes power play.
Yeah, on fire.
And why was that such a good power play goal?
Because Matias Michelli is him.
Matias Michelli is him.
That pass.
Fettuccine. Was it
Matias Michelli?
Oh, the
Finnish fettuccine. That's what the Discord calls him.
Michelli.
He had to clear 2 sticks on that one.
That's unreal.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm surprised. Like, it's to Jason Zucker, and Zucker, like, you got to be surprised when that pass comes through.
And it's on your tape.
Like, there's no lane there. There is no passing lane at all.
Yeah.
That's it. That people that question his ability to make plays are people that just haven't seen him play.
People who never mind.
People?
Something about Stuart Skinner. Never mind.
Oh, it comes up once a show. It hurts. It hurts.
It's just unbelievable.
How was his year?
Yeah.
Horrific. Oy vey is all I have to say to that. Yeah, the Finnish fettuccine, as the Discord calls him, you can get in on the Discord lingo by becoming a diehard at GoPHNX.com. That was an unreal pass. Great to see Jason Zucker back on the score sheet. It feels like it's been a while for him, just with him being out for so long. And really made this game interesting. And because of that pass alone, Matias Michelli has got that desert dog in him. That pass is the reason. I mean, we could have gone a number of different ways with this, but he just deserved it because it was so good. So, Matias Michelli, you have that desert dog in you. Congrats. You're our player of the game just for that.
We're not actually sure of your ethnicity, but we do know that
we do think you're Italian. Nicholas said Matias Himchelli. I like that, Nicholas.
The thing is, Matias is not an Italian name, so there's so much to explore.
Yeah, there's so much.
Perhaps it's something you're going to look into.
You should get it like CSI. Can we get a
DNA name, by the way? So
what?
Matias is a Hebrew.
Is
name.
it?
Yes, it is.
Huh.
Can we get DNA?
I don't know what's going on here.
23andMe.
Gotta find out.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor?
Not a sponsor.
We're getting in trouble for that now?
Yeah,
I don't know.
You will. I
do that all the time, though.
Yeah.
So I
Oh,
don't really
boy.
care.
Oh, boy.
You reach a certain count. I don't know if you knew this, and then it becomes a thing.
Do I get written up again?
It's more than written
Again.
down, but you'll find out.
I'll find out. Well, Matthias Michelli, and the funny thing is, the reason I think he is the desert dog in him is because that this team really didn't have much offense going tonight. There weren't a couple of moments where you go, oh, Andrew had to make a save, but there wasn't that sustained pressure. I thought the top line early in the first had a couple of chances, but Michelli, if not for that unbelievable pass, I think that just jump started the whole team. And go, oh my gosh, like look where we're at after playing like this, and we're in it. And so I think that really did give him the boost, and allowed Crouse to get the go-ahead goal.
Yeah.
I wish I could tell you more, but I've just heard that is Juuso Välimäki. As we were told it's pronounced
more to come
by
tomorrow.
a Finnish expert. Yes, more on that tomorrow. He's still being evaluated, which is crazy for how long ago it happened, but that worries me a little bit that he's still being evaluated.
I guess the one good thing you can say on that was he did get up immediately and run off.
Yeah, but is something broken, right?
And that's, I mean, it's crazy because midway through the game, I was thinking, oh, do you think they'll put Kesselring in? And we're thinking, oh, but for who? It's like,
well,
injuries, I guess, happen. It's a huge bummer because you don't want anything. You don't want it to be serious. You hope it's just a big bruise, a big shiner, maybe a couple stitches, but
yeah.
To Craig's point, when you're saying at this point that you're still being evaluated, that's a concern because they don't want to say anything. If it's just he got a few stitches and.
I mean, a slap shot from the point, like to your face.
It's too bad it didn't hit the visor or the side of the helmet, because you take those directly to the face and you're in trouble.
Yep.
So let's just hope that he's going to be okay.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. And any injury updates or news, you can follow along at PHNX Coyotes, and of course Craig always has the latest as well. So we'll follow along with that, and wishing Juuso Välimäki the best. Again, more to come in a story tomorrow.
Yes,
go
tomorrow.
PHNX.com. If you know, you'll know tomorrow. You talked about the scoring. I think Lawson Crouse, he's feeling it lately. He gets his 6th of the season. And then Clayton Keller, that was his 7th of the season, now leading the team in goals. And a little bit underrated, I guess, Barrett Hayton getting a point on that goal as well. So great to see Barrett Hayton finding his way on the score sheet as well. So I'm just trying to find the bright spots.
I think Lawson Crouse is really we were at a point in the season where we were talking about he needed to, we were going to get him on walking and talking just so he could break through and get a goal. He's been hot. And that's Tyson Nash said it on air tonight that's a goal scorer's goal. I mean, he drives the net, drops his shoulder, protects the puck, and gets to the net hard. I thought he showed his speed, he showed his strength, and he got to the net on that goal. Fantastic goal by Lawson Crouse, and he sat here and said he's going to get 30, and it's not unreasonable.
You know who we blew past on that?
I don't.
It was Joe Pavelski.
Did you know that Craig likes Joe Pavelski?
Disappointing. It was disappointing.
He was from Wisconsin, I heard.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Played for the University of Wisconsin, which is leading the Big Ten standings.
Right? Oh boy!
Yeah. So he was definitely a bright spot. The Lawson Crouse, but we're gonna throw this in because I'm wearing the shirt. If you can't see.
Oh yeah, I was about to bring this up because someone asked how Logan Cooley played. PD is rocking everyone got these today except for me somehow. The Logan Cooley shirt looking good. PHNXlocker.com. You can get yours now. They're flying off the shelves, by the way. So get yours before they sell out. But what'd you think of Cooley tonight?
You know what? It's starting to be the same thing I say every time. She's just about there. Like there were 2 chances tonight that I thought he was going to get a goal. One, there was a pass out front, and he just couldn't get a stick on it, and then one a tip from a shot from the point. He's just not there. Like the timing's just a little bit off for him still, and you just wait for that breakthrough moment that once he finds it, he's going to start snowballing and things are going to go great, and it just hasn't happened yet. Through 15 games, and I'm just waiting for that spark, and I don't know what it's going to take to get him going, because there are some times where he looks like he's deferring. He looks like he's taking it, like almost he's on his heels. Like get on your toes and just go for it. And I keep waiting for him to do more. I thought he was better tonight. He had
a few good looks. That one in front of the net.
Yeah, I think he was better tonight, and so he's getting one on this road trip. Can I say that?
Sure.
Okay, he's going to get one on this road trip. They got 2 more games left.
Mark the time code. We can roll the tape.
In Columbus?
Maybe? Yeah. Ooh. Columbus is tough in that building,
against
too.
third overall pick in 2023, Adam Fantilli.
Yeah,
Maybe
maybe.
a little extra incentive.
Yeah, maybe.
Going
Fun little
against
matchup.
That's
his
a little
former,
college kids.
Big Ten rival.
But I just want him to break through. Yeah, just
I know.
waiting for it.
I know. It's funny because he's second in points, but he just, that one goal just is hindering him in my eyes, like with Connor Bedard just scoring goals left and right.
Hey, Danielle, can you eject Nikita Kucherov from the chat?
No, don't actually. Nikita is trashing on Wisconsin.
Wait, so Nikita just got done with the game. Just
Yeah.
took his skates off. And he's
Thanks for joining us, Nikita.
joining us from
At some
Tampa
point,
Bay.
we'll have you on the show to talk about playing for Bear.
Joining us from Tampa Bay. There you go. I like it. It's
Oh, boy.
Who
So
knew?
good.
Professional athletes in our chat.
So good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Doesn't surprise me.
Oh,
Well,
boy.
I will say this, though, and it comes down to they get a point, and that's great. But this team at some point is going to have to solve their woes on the odd man rushes and their ability
Yeah.
to defend between the blue lines. I don't know what it is. I don't know if their reads are bad. Here's the thing. They're very active defensemen. What that means when you say active defensemen is defensemen usually stand on the blue line in the offensive zone. Active defenseman means those defensemen get off the blue line towards the net and try to create offense. You see that across the league now. You have to be able to do that. The problem with the Coyotes is they oftentimes have two defensemen that do that and leave the blue line, and that leaves you with a forward defending. I don't want to have their offense suffer, but they got to be able to stick around the defense. They got to have people be able to read the rush. How's that? They can't read the rush.
Yeah.
Because you end up there with a forward playing defense, and now the forward's instinct is go for the puck, go for the puck, go for the puck. They're like a dog on a bone. Go for it. And defenseman's like back up, keep everything in front of me. And so you get a forward defending, and oftentimes they make poor reads.
Yep.
So it's time to get the film room.
Well, how much does a forward work on that? How much time do you actually have for a forward to say, okay, when you're in this situation, when a defenseman's pinched, here's what you have to do? How much does that get worked on in practice?
In practice, you don't. You don't work on it enough because you're doing,
Right.
you do line rushes, you do 2-on-1s, and it's always against the defenseman. But if you're going to play like this, where you have defensemen diving at the net consistently, you sure as hell better have your forwards know what the read is.
Right.
You better know. If it's a 3-on-2, you don't dive at the puck. You defend like a 3-on-2. Defend in your lane. Protect the middle of the ice. Well, there might be a PD puck talk coming soon because that's twice now that forward defending
this has been driving
attacks
you
the puck.
insane for
Guys,
weeks.
Just better reads on the rush, and it's going to be hard when you play a good team like Dallas, when you play a good team that has speed like Edmonton or Colorado, and I know Edmonton's not in the playoffs, but they have good speed. You play speed teams like that, you better as hell know what you're doing on defending a rush.
Nikita redeems himself, says, soon Simashev and Lamoureux will be here, though, and this team will look totally different on defense. And that is true. The defensive unit is really the one. Like, you're starting to see it a little bit in the forward, some of the future, but things are going to look different in defense.
And we've said that. We've said, and this is no affront to the people on this team right now, but we said one of the weak links on this team was their sixth defenseman. Like, it's not as strong as some of the Central Division top six.
Right.
To Nikita Kucherov's point, the Coyotes' best defensemen are on their way. Like, they're coming.
I'm amazed at how much Nikita has time to study the Coyotes prospect
Nikita,
system. An unbelievable player and really knows the Coyotes prospect system inside and out.
I wonder if Nikita's pregame meal includes Hero Bread.
It's Hero Bread? Do you know I love Hero Bread?
I know.
In the seeded and the unseeded, I go for the seeded, but be aware it has pumpkin seeds, so they're big seeds. But it's incredibly healthy. Seeds help your digestive tract, Leah. You'll care when you get older, like me. You'll care. Helps your cholesterol, helps a lot of fiber, has more protein, no sugar, and low net carbs. It is absolutely the bread for me. And if you think I'm kidding, I'm not. Hero Bread is absolutely the way to go if you're over 50, keeping your cholesterol down.
Even if you're not.
If you just want to stay healthy.
Yeah, low carb. It doesn't taste any different.
No.
The bread, the tortillas, it's amazing.
Yes.
So check it out. And right now, Hero Bread is offering listeners 10% off their first order. Just go to hero.co and use code PHNX to save on Hero Bread today. That's HERO.co to save 10% today.
I didn't know that.
Petey, how's your flooring going?
It's like getting new flooring changes your whole entire house. It gives you a whole new breath of fresh air in your home. Everybody should do it. It's a huge pain in the ass. Sorry, it just is. But when you're done, it's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, it
so
looks great.
If you're going to get your floors done, you might as well do it from somewhere that has great quality.
Yes.
That cares about their product, that
Great
cares about customer service, because
Yes.
that's what you need, especially.
Selection. You don't have to leave the house.
You don't have to leave the house to shop.
You don't have to go to a superstore.
You can
sit at home.
Yeah. It's great. So check out. Sing it.
588-2300 Empire.
There you go.
It's been in my head for like I don't know how many years.
Do they use the code?
Yeah. So if you've been sitting here like Petey waiting to pull the trigger on getting new flooring, we have a great offer for you. You can schedule a free in-home estimate today, and all listeners can receive a $350 off discount when they use promo code PHNX. $350 off is fantastic. Incredible. Restrictions apply. See empiretoday.com/PHNX for details. So check out our friends over at Empire.
Did you see Eagle Night?
Before I get ready for bread, I hit the like button for Hero Bread.
There you go.
Hey, hit the like button. We can see them come in, and it gives us happiness and joy.
Twice as many thumbs downs as they erased it.
No, there's one thumb down.
There was 2.
Oh, it's probably BC.
Can you erase it?
It's the same thumbs down all the time. It's the same person.
I know.
I think it's BC. It's the LA person.
The investigation is underway.
Might be Terror Heidi.
I think it's BC.
We're tracking it. Address, all that. Kidding.
Okay.
Anyway.
All right. Any other thoughts on the game? What do you guys think about Veggie in this one? We talked about him sliding out, but one of the things PD was mentioning as we were watching the game is, the Coyotes, you look at their win-loss, win-loss, win-loss. Oh, a second thumbs down just came through. That sucks. Win-loss, win-loss. And a lot of the losses have been Veggie losses.
Yeah, this is now his 5th consecutive loss. He needs to get a win on his schedule. There's no doubt about that. Like he's 4-2 in his last 6 appearances. He made some big saves tonight.
He did.
And that's kind of the way Veggie plays. Like he makes those big saves and you're going, oh my goodness, the big saves. The power play goal he doesn't see. Like there's so much traffic in front of the net. You can't fault him on that one. The breakaway, again, on a breakaway, you can't fault him on that one. The first one, you don't like to see him sliding around so much, but unfortunately, that's never going to change. I've been talking about it for 3 years. He's a busy goaltender. He slides around a lot. He's very active. That's his style, and it was Dominic Hasek's style, and it seemed to work for him. So he needs to get a win because we talked about going with the hot goalie. If you're winless in your last 6 starts, that's not the hot goalie. So I know Winnipeg's his next start, and he's played well in that building.
Mm-hmm.
So, Columbus will get Ingy in Columbus, and then we'll see. He needs to have a better start. He needs to be lights out. He needs to have a 49-50 save, 1-goal performance, shutout. He needs to do that to get back on track. Otherwise, if I'm in the coach's room, I'm starting to say, hey, why are we throwing him out here every other game? Like at some point, you lose your last 6 games. Like
yeah. And I get what you're saying, like, because wins matter. That's all that matters in the end, right? But I think coaches like, well, I care about wins with goalies. I mean, there's more to evaluating goaltenders than just that. But yeah, if the team is continually losing in front of him, that's concerning.
Sorry, I laughed because Nikita said I made 3 accounts just to give thumbs downs, not because I don't like it, but to help you guys build character. This is the Russian way. and then Paul said, Leah, you should bring some spaghetti shack or illegal pizza takeout for your plane ride. I do not bring stinky food on planes.
Yeah, that's a
Thank
rule.
you.
We have talked about this.
Did you see Harold bought?
Yeah, Harold brought a bunch of Hero bread. Harold, that's awesome.
And I do it. We can get the buns too. They have
Anyway, sorry.
That is funny. No stinky food on planes. It's not allowed, especially on an overnight flight that's that long.
Yeah.
Like that's a long flight. I know.
Yeah. You just can't bring stinky food on planes. No,
stop it.
I love Spaghetti Shack and illegal Pete's. Don't get me wrong. But let's take a look at the upcoming schedule. Speaking of the goalie rotation, because we can literally see who's going to play where. And, I didn't even know who the Coyotes were playing next week because my brain is only a week at a time.
It's really taken there's no point in talking to Andre anymore if I already know who the goalie is.
I know, right? That's all you go to him for.
Are you back for next week?
Yes. So
Monday the 20th?
Yep. So Columbus on Thursday, headed to Columbus. Cool.
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock start. It's ideal for you guys. JD will be here as a guest host.
Return.
JD Reyes will be in studio.
I'm afraid of that.
I'm afraid too.
You are. I gotta drive it.
Yeah.
You do have to drive
it. I have no chance.
Yeah, that one's gonna get off the rails.
I might just leave.
Saturday in Winnipeg, and Veggie will get the start there. Then LA comes to Mullet. Last time LA was at Mullet, that was the game that they blew the 4-1 lead. Wednesday, the Blues are in town. The Coyotes just lost to the Blues 2-1. Blues have kind of been hot lately, so that one should be interesting. That will be a veggie start if all goes according to plan. And then the following Saturday in Vegas, eek, that's tough.
8 o'clock start,
and
too?
That's an Ingy start, so yikes.
I'm going to call in sick on that one.
The weekend after Thanksgiving, too.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's the Saturday after Thanksgiving? I'm calling it sick.
Okay.
I don't feel well.
Good to
I
know.
can already tell I don't feel well. It's COVID. I took a COVID test already. I'm getting it a week from Saturday.
It's a delayed effect.
Pre-COVID.
No, you should go get your shots right before so you don't feel well. Yeah.
If it says if there are 2 lines, you will have COVID in 2 weeks.
Yeah. You know what? I don't like this upcoming schedule for the Coyotes right now.
Either do I.
No, that's why I'm saying
like
this
it.
road trip is so important
that's why
that they come back.
This point is so good.
Well, Columbus is
honestly.
another tough building, though. And Columbus doesn't have a great team right now, but that's a tough building. This team has not done well in that building.
PTSD from that building, buddy.
The
Carter
cannon.
Hutton,
The
8
cannon.
goals.
Since this team came into league, they have very few wins in that building. We'll get a stat by Saturday, or will we? Because Leah won't be here. It's Thursday. We won't have it because she's
I'm
not
capable of looking up stats.
Can you look up that stat?
There might be a typo.
How many
in it,
road
but-
wins? Okay, so that's hard. Winnipeg, we've already talked about that. The time they win is when Vejmelka gets a shutout, and then St. Louis is on fire. LA is a playoff team, and then first time they play Vegas this year.
I don't know if you heard, but Vegas is pretty good.
They're pretty good this year too.
All right.
So the point of all of that, you win games you're supposed to win. You gotta get a win in Columbus. You have to get a win in Columbus if you want to be a playoff team and not a good draft team. That's all. It doesn't hinge the whole. No big deal. You'll just get a higher draft pick. But if you want to keep talking about the P word, you gotta win games like that. You have to.
Well, that's kind of been their thing. Up, down, up.
Yep.
Well, you can see it on the punch card, which I
You
think we
can
should
see it on
actually
the
look
punch
at
card.
next, because it's funny. We do the punch card just to track the season, but you really you really see the pattern here. It's like the second line of the punch card: win, loss, win, loss, win, overtime, loss. It's actually crazy. Yeah. And you look back at that first line: win, loss, loss, win, win, loss, loss, win, loss.
Okay.
It's just they can't win more than 2 in a row, but on the other hand, they don't lose more than 2 in a row either.
Okay. So, first of all, I apologize. No roids, just rage. I didn't mean to make light and joke about COVID because it is terrible and it sucks. Can you put that back up for just a second, Daniel? So we talked about Vejmelka's last 6 appearances. One of those is the game that Connor Ingram started, but look at Connor Ingram's last 4 appearances.
Win.
And the previous one to that was the loss where Vejmelka goes in to actually take the loss in that game. So
LA.
We've got Ingram with 4 consecutive wins, and you've got Ingram with 6 Veggie with 6 games without a win. I don't know. At some point, somebody's going to say, wait a minute. So we'll see. I said it wouldn't last. We'll see.
Do you guys have any final thoughts on this game before we?
Can I tell a story?
Yes.
Really quick.
Yeah, it's not like Leah needs to catch a flight.
No, I know. It's a really long one. So it's my sister's birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Her name is Barb.
Happy birthday, Barb.
It's very
She's
important.
got 3 kids, right?
It's very important. No, she's got 1. It's very important that her name is Barb because I was very busy at home today doing all kinds of putting my house back in order from the flooring, putting everything back, painting, all right.
Did you forget to text your sister?
My wife looked at the calendar and said, "It's your sister's birthday today." And I go, "Knew it." I had these little plastic gloves on because I was doing something. I hit BAR because I thought it was Barb. Hit call. And she's not answering. Why is she not answering? I look at my phone, Barrett Hayton. So I called Barrett Hayton.
Oops.
Called Barrett Hayton, and it was right before the show, so he's probably getting ready at the rink. I called Barrett Hayton.
Call me.
So I text him, "Hey, so sorry, accident." And he just texted me back. No worries.
I figured you were scheduling a walking and talking. So.
No worries, all good. So sorry about that, Barrett Hayton.
Story.
Sorry about that, Barrett Hayton. But I didn't call my sister then.
Could have been Barry Smith too.
Yeah, could have. Oh.
Well, at least Vegas is an hour behind.
So anyway,
you
sorry
have
to
some
Barrett
time.
Hayton for that.
That's hilarious.
That panic, that wave of panic that goes over and you look on. It's not him.
Barrett.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Anything
good
else
stuff.
about this game? I think that they're
That's
lucky to
good.
get out there with a point. I don't think Dallas came with their A game today. I think they came with a game that they were just good enough to beat the Arizona Coyotes game. That's what they brought today. That's not the Dallas Stars that I've seen over the last few weeks. Dallas is a really, really powerful, strong, offensively gifted team. I don't know if we saw those kind of chances tonight. They had some shots, but they're better than that. So I think the Coyotes are thrilled to get out of here with a point.
Yeah, absolutely. Connor said, gosh, now it's making me want to get a Fig Newton. Don't know how that came up, Connor, but we don't need to get into that again tonight. But what we can get into is Desert Financial Credit Union, which I just found out was Craig's credit union, which is cool. You can also get a personalized credit card for Cardinals or Sun Devils. What?
I don't have any money to put in the credit union.
Well, when you open a free checking account online, you get $200 in bonuses.
Seriously?
So maybe you should.
I could.
Check it out. Desert Financial has been Arizona's largest, most trusted local credit union for more than 84 years. As I mentioned, when you open a free checking account online, get $200 in bonuses. You can get started by visiting desertfinancial.com/200.
Are the Lakers still in the NBA?
BC. BC, can you come clean if you're one of our 3 dislikes? I need to know.
Yeah, LeBron is still in the NBA too, I think.
Yeah, I know. So I mentioned that I have a plane to catch, and Craig is actually driving me to the airport. But Craig's made all these jokes about like, oh, a flat tire, blah, blah. Like, are we going to stop at Circle K to get gas on the way to the airport? That's 10 minutes from here.
Might get some coffee after that countdown I drank. So.
Oh boy. Circle K. We will not be stopping on the way to the airport, but I stop there once a week to fill up my tank. I like to go inside, grab the Circle K snacks. I love the salt and pepper chips personally.
I hit this Circle K snack
yeah,
tonight again.
You're on
I gotta
there.
stay off those chips.
They're so good though.
They're the Circle K brand's kettle chips. Fantastic.
So good.
I gotta stay away from them.
And you can save money on gas when you join the Inner Circle. Save 25 cents per gallon on your first 5 Phillips. Join the Inner Circle for free by downloading the Circle K app today. Terms and conditions apply. At participating locations, visit CircleK.com for details. We're hearing sounds here.
Right, there's crazy
in the office.
Sounds like.
Yeah,
might be roof rats.
That is why I lost
ones.
my focus. I'm so sorry.
Paul, I'm glad you enjoyed your Fig Newton cookies too, by the way. Thanks for letting us know.
4-3.
Okay, we're gonna spend a few minutes talking not about the game, but about some recent news, just because we don't have a daytime show until later in the week.
And the roof rats are in the studio now.
They're here with us right now. Yeah. And we're gonna talk about Marty Walsh's comments about the Coyotes, because that was circulating the internet. So for those who have no idea what I'm talking about, Marty Walsh is the head of the NHL Players Association. Okay. And he spoke.
Used to be the mayor of Boston. I don't know if you knew that.
I didn't know the mayor part.
He spoke this week, and I'll try and summarize his quotes because there's a lot. But he mentioned the Coyotes playing in a college arena. He said 5,100 fans go to that game and they don't sell out, which it's
actually 4,600, Marty, just so you know.
And that they do sell out, so that was a little strange. But he said those players are National Hockey League players. They deserve to play in a National Hockey League ring, so hopefully we can do that, etc. But he said, I am concerned. I was hoping they would be further along right now in what they're going to do next. We met with them. I was there at the end of the season. They had promised they were going to work on some stuff. Right now, it's just speculation. There's nothing concrete. We're at November 12th. The season's moving quickly. I'd like to see more action there. I mean, these are NHL hockey players. They should be playing in a good arena. Come up with a plan. We said if you come up with a plan, we could support it. But right now, there's been no plan, no conversation. So that, to me, is showing there's no urgency on their side. Craig?
First off, when did Gary Bettman tell us the All-Star break was the target date? When did he tell us that?
Like during the playoffs?
During the draft. We heard that at the NHL draft. So that deadline's been out there for a while. So to say, well, in November, it doesn't sound like they've done anything. I'm pretty sure they're not going to share the details of what's actually happening behind the scenes with Marty Walsh. Here's my take on this whole thing. I'm sure Marty Walsh is getting pressure from agents and players to put pressure on the Coyotes. I get it. So he's got to say something. Credit Marty Walsh with saying something, but I want to remind people who has the actual power here. It ain't the PA. The PA is utterly powerless to do anything about this. If you read Article 5 of the CBA, you'll find this out for yourself. You can look it up. This is all in the hands of the Board of Governors. So the PA, excuse me, the PA can posture all it wants. It can say all it wants. It's been posturing in the past, right? We've seen this before. They can't do anything. So honestly, it doesn't matter what Marty Walsh says. It matters what the Board of Governors thinks. That's all that matters. And again, we've had these deadlines set before. They have a letter of intent on one site. We're expecting some kind of announcement on another site within the next few weeks. And again, the All-Star break is when Gary Bettman has said he expects something substantive to be announced. So until we get to the All-Star break and don't have that announcement, chill the hell out, because they've laid out that deadline all along. If we get to that point and we don't have anything substantive, I'll be the first in line to say, what's going on? At that point, yeah, we should start casting a closer look on it. But they have let us know all along what the deadline is. So to me, this is a lot of hot air.
Yeah, and I think we've talked ad nauseum about the arena situation here on the show over the last 2.5 seasons. Fair?
Yep.
And I agree with some of that he has to say. Like, yes, get a building.
Yeah,
we all
didn't say
agree.
anything new.
We all agree that they need a new building. Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody that follows and watches the team, they need a new building.
Yeah,
Agreed?
exactly. Newsflash: it's not a great idea to be playing in a 4,600 arena.
There's
Thanks.
not anybody that agrees with that, and up to and including ownership, management, players of this franchise. Nobody wants to be there. But we're not going to talk about it here until the deadline passes, because they are behind the scenes working on it. Now, does that mean they're ready to put a shovel in the ground? No. But does it mean they're trying, they're looking, they're talking, they're negotiating? The answer is yes. So we will patiently wait until the deadline. And if they don't, Craig, you're right. Then we jump up and down.
Yeah.
And what's going on?
Yeah.
And then things have to change.
Yeah.
But that's not for a long, that's February.
Yep.
Buddy, that's a long time.
Yeah. Agreed.
I understand, because it is his job, but
I agreed too.
But Nick pointed it out. The thing that's annoying is like the ticket thing, like, oh, 5,100 and they're not selling it. Like that's not even true. Like it seats 4,600 for NHL and it's sells out. You can like find the statistics for that. So that's the part of it that bothers me. I get it. Like, he has to do what he has to do.
Well, they're talking about escrow. They're talking about revenue sharing and all those things.
It's just like, I think I feel like, the Coyotes have kind of been flying under the radar. It's funny. We had Pete and DJ from What Chaos on yesterday, and Sean was giving them shit for not talking about the Coyotes. And I was thinking about it later in the day, and I was like, you know what? I'm fine with them not touching the Coyotes, because that means nothing's going on to talk about. Yep. And unless they were like on this crazy win streak and Logan Cooley was popping off, like, I'm fine not talking about the Coyotes right now. So when, Marty Walsh comes in the news and says all these things, and now it's circulating Twitter and circulating the news, that it bothers me, because it's just, it's not an issue yet until it needs to be an issue. But I do get where he's coming
from. Did you see Ren? Ren was right on to put Article 5 of the CBA in the Discord already. How about that?
Wow. When you were saying...
Thank you, buddy.
When Craig said, just read Article 5 of the CBA, I was like, let me just pull out my CBA. But I will say that Craig did text us the CBA this morning. What?
Sorry. I have the document. You mean you don't read the CBA?
Every night before bed after I take my OG's Sleep Edition gummy.
Actually, it might be more interesting if you do it.
Yeah, seriously.
Boy. It is
bad. It's a hard read, I'll say that.
Oh, boy. All right. Well, we'll end on a funnier, more lighthearted note. Speaking of the Discord, it's always fun in there, by the way. So become a diehard today. Get 20% off this shirt. Get this shirt for free when you become a diehard. East Coast Coyote just got their shirt. I got his message in Discord literally just now.
Did he got it?
Everyone was getting them today, except for me. Well, it might be there, but I'm not going home tonight. But anyway, you can get that shirt. But in the Discord, people were putting out some pretty hilarious trade proposals for Connor McDavid. We all know things in Edmonton are going a little sideways. So we thought it would be fun to end the show by giving our trade proposals for either McDavid or Draisaitl, and we encourage the chat to participate. And the name of the game is Don't Be Serious. Let's have fun. So, Craig, I know you were actually like writing stuff down. So do you want to start us off?
Yeah, I feel like you have to give up something of substance for Connor McDavid. So I'm not going to be completely outlandish on this, like some of the trade proposals that I see
like mine
around the league. So I'm going to say, okay, they need a center. Edmonton has to have a center coming back. So we're going to send them Connor Geekie.
Okay.
Connor Geekie is
prospect?
Gone. Yeah, a prospect. We're going to send
Connor
them,
for Connor.
And then, some other throw-ins. I'm going to throw them one of the Coyotes 4 second-round picks in 2025.
Okay.
And then I'm going to give them the rest of Oliver Ekman-Larsson's dead cap. And I was thinking, there might be some game left in Jakub Voracek as well. So that's my trade proposal for Connor McDavid. What do you think, Kenny Holland?
I'm in.
It can't be any worse than anything he's gonna do. I'm sorry. We didn't get a carve Kenny Holland enough. Like, I want to go back to when he was in Detroit. I'm gonna do the homework, like, because they won a cup there when Kenny Holland was there, right? Like, they were good. Like, what the happened? Because they stink.
Yeah.
And the same problems that when he got there are there now. My trades, I wanted to get somebody that wants to be in Edmonton. I wanted to do a Coyote player a favor. And I said, get
the trade is 1 for 1.
Wait, I'm going to read the chat ones after. They're so good.
Well, I got nothing. There's no Alberta-born players on this team, on this Coyote roster. I want somebody that wants to go.
Okay.
Nobody wants to go there.
Okay.
So there's no trade.
So no trade.
No
You're just not doing
trade.
a trade.
No,
okay.
No trade.
What do you got, Leah?
Well, I've been beating the drum of veggie for McDavid straight up.
Straight up. 1
They-
for 1.
they need
say it in Bob
goaltending.
McKenzie's voice. The trade is 1 for 1.
The trade is 1 for 1. They need goaltending and veggie. I know
What about
he's been...
Stuart Skinner? Wasn't he a Calder finalist?
No.
If you know, you know.
All right, let's read some from the chat because these are hilarious. So Nikita Kucherov said, Hayden Geeky, a first and Dumba. Whoa, for Cap. Nicholas said, illegal Pete's margaritas and pumpkin porter cheesecake for McDavid. I like that trade.
I'm not willing to give up pumpkin
Well,
porter.
Yeah, I was gonna
Can
say.
we retain some?
Can we retain some
Yeah.
cheesecake in that deal? If we can
Send it
retain
with a
some.
slice out of it.
Jan Unique can go. 'Cause he
Unique
wanted
1
out.
for 1. Love it.
Yeah, Chikrin. Oh, wait, he
Ethan
left.
said
Oops.
Boyd for McDavid. I
Boyd for
think
McDavid.
Ogie
They
said
need a
that
center.
yesterday.
He is center.
Blatantly outside said McDavid for veggie, Yannick 2 seconds, and Shea Weber.
Oh, if you could, yeah. Weber, Datsuk, like that's a huge trade.
The Oilers need to defend.
check.
Shea Weber could defend.
Isn't Gunther from Edmonton?
I mean, maybe not anymore, but
Well,
yes, he is.
Yeah, he is. But I just went to the Coyotes roster. I didn't go down to. So give him Gunther. He'll get. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so there you go.
There it is,
Somebody
Gunther.
said Matthews comes to Phoenix, McDavid goes to Toronto. A three-way. A little
That
three-way
actually,
trade.
I like it. I like that. That's actually really good. I like it. Who do we got to give up?
Trading in my vegetables for McDonald's, veggie for McDrysidal combo meal. Oh my god, we retain pumpkin porter.
200 shares of Enron.
Oh my god, 1.5 of my kidneys for McDavid, says Peter. 1.5 of Peter's kidneys.
That's a deal.
Ken Holland, deal
Kenny
or no
Holland?
deal? Deal or no deal?
You're on the
Oh
clock.
boy,
All right.
so good. It's so fun. Yeah. You know what? The Coyotes.
Just to remind you, none of these trades are happening. In fact, Connor McDavid will never be a Coyote. Just want to let you know.
No,
that.
never. But
He would love to be, though.
But it'll be interesting to see. I still believe he'll resign in Edmonton, but we'll see.
We
See, and
will.
that to me just speaks to NHL culture versus other sports
Yep.
culture. That he would be loyal to Edmonton after all of this.
Yep.
Like at this point, when you see
Get
your
the hell out.
career winding down, get the hell out and go get a win. No one would blame you at
Nope.
this point. No one. 10 years and you don't even sniff a cup? No way. Out.
I agree. I just think he'll stay. I think he'll get a mass deal and stay.
Okay, a couple more. A re-sign Cassian 1 for 1 for McDavid, and then Chad
Cassian.
said case of Fig Newtons, case of Four Peaks, their choice of flavor, and a used Pros Vuitton jersey.
Yeah. We got to talk about him someday too.
Oh
not today.
boy.
Yeah.
Well, you might
Kucherov in a three-way to
three-way. Nikita, we want you.
He's perfect for the Coyotes.
I would
He-
take, I would take
offensive
Kucherov.
outside and can't defend. He fits right in.
Oh, listen to this slander, Nikita.
Of course, Noah Hannafin for the Coyotes got brought up, but here's one. Bees.
Oh.
Craig, any Coyotes interested in Zadorov?
No.
Zadorov's not going to be here. Noah Hannafin's not going to. Oh my God, Noah Hannafin. Noah Hannafin is not going to be a Coyote.
McDavid to
Oy.
the Yotes for Nikita's Russian gas.
Hmm.
Oh boy. I'll give the Edmonton Oilers code PHNX for game time
Okay.
for Connor
Yes.
McDavid. $20 off. Do you know how good that is? Especially when you're buying tickets that are like $25. You know, $5 tickets. There were $13 Cardinals tickets the other day. There were $1 ASU football tickets.
Yeah, it's overpriced. What? What? Did I say that?
I think the $1 was
Did I say that on
basketball.
Oh, it might have been
Oh,
basketball.
Yeah.
Either way,
Either way,
sad.
you
But
need to see a game at ASU.
just the fact
Plenty
that
of good seats always.
Just the fact that $1 tickets exist is amazing, and that's only at
Trying
game
to move
time.
the seats.
Only at game time.
Game
And
time
ASU fans complain but don't show up.
you can
Did
buy.
I say that? Yes, I did.
You can buy your parking on game time. You can buy your tickets. The best part of game time, you can click on the seat and see what your view would be to either the stage or the court or the ice or the field. It's a really cool feature of Game Time. So you can download the Game Time app, create an account, use code PHNX for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code PHNX for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. And last,
You do you, Leah.
but not least, here's another
I don't know about you.
that I feel good
I
about making my flight on time.
I do feel good about that.
Craig and Petey, what would you do with $1 million?
I probably would.
Office Space reference.
Oh, yeah, that is.
Got him. What would you do
Got
with $1
him.
million?
Yeah.
Like, actually.
Yeah, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah, neither would I.
Okay, good. Well,
Sorry, no offense.
you can win $1 million.
Might invite you.
We
to a
went to
party.
the thing.
We did. It was nice.
Gila River Wild Horse Pass.
Oh, did you
Yeah.
like it?
We did. It's very nice.
Very nice.
Awesome. Yeah.
And by the
Walk
way,
around.
since I always like to troll our boss while I'm on camera, you see the size of those screens at the casino?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we could use those here. Don't you think? I mean, it's
Hey,
all-
now at least you can
it's
see
all-
that far.
It's all Bookman went
I-
small.
Even if you don't, honestly, I know it's a casino and you want to gamble, but even if you're just going there for the sports, like
It's
the
crazy
sports,
to watch a game
the
on those.
MGM sportsbook,
Yeah, it's amazing.
unreal.
Like
it
I
was
was watching
unreal.
a game and I'm like, the players are like they're life size
Yeah,
on
it
the
was
screen.
unreal.
They're literally the size that
Unreal.
they actually are on the screen.
Great sports experience.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
At
That's
Gila
awesome.
River Wild Horse Pass Casino.
Well,
Yeah.
you can
Fantastic.
check out Wild Horse Pass. You can check out
Vaquiva.
Lone Butte, Vaquiva, Santan Mountain. They have locations all over the valley, and you can enter to win the $1 million Big Red Showdown,
Seriously?
which is awesome.
Can we?
Play fun, free games online for a chance to win $1 million cash. Visit GilaMillionDollarShowdown.com to get in on the action. And for more information on Gila River Resorts and Casinos and all they have to offer, head to play@Gila.com.
One of those locations is close to Saul's house.
Look at Shane Diefenloch.
Yeah. Wait, he's here?
Wild Horse Pass might be the happiest place on
It
earth.
isn't, but you know what is the happiest place on earth.
Disney World,
Yep.
where I'm going tomorrow.
It will be.
You're gonna be so grumpy because you won't have slept.
Okay, wait. Blatantly Asinine said Leah dropping Office Space references like pieces of flair.
How many pieces of flair?
I get it.
Well, but that's the minimum.
I get it.
That's the minimum.
Yeah, so I am going to Disney World literally tomorrow. My flight is in 2 hours, so Craig and I are sprinting out of here. Thank you, Craig, for driving me to the airport. I appreciate it.
It hasn't happened yet, so
That's true. I should wait to thank you. But yeah, so we're going to be off tomorrow, but Petey and Craig and JD will be here on Thursday. That, as someone said
Tune
earlier in the
in.
chat, that's must-see TV.
That's a tune in.
Must-see TV. That's going to, whatever
It
happens.
might be the last show of the PHNX
Yeah,
Coyotes
like-
podcast.
yeah.
I have a feeling.
the FCC will be here.
Yeah. I'm worried.
Then
I'm so worried.
fun show on Friday, 2 p.m., and then another Saturday post game with these two guys. So should be an
Is it
interesting
just us
week.
on Saturday?
Just us on
Oh.
Saturday.
Well, Danielle will be here too.
Well,
Hopefully,
yeah.
Danielle can
We're
keep
gonna be on
them
the
in
back.
check. So feel free
Danielle's
to
still
yell at
with us.
them.
I wouldn't bank
Danielle-
on that.
I know they got to get going. And I did this to Sean DePaz too. Like, I look this way, so you're kind of out of sight, out of mind. Like,
That's fair.
Like, it's like I didn't intentionally not include you. I
That's
literally
fair.
can't
I
see
mean,
you.
that's fair. There's not a whole
Like,
lot I
and
can
she's
add at this
looking at
point.
you. And you're like, you have
Yeah,
like,
Danielle and
little-
I have looked at each other and laughed 1,000 times because
Right.
the chat makes me laugh.
And I can't see the
And
chat
it makes
or Danielle.
Danielle laugh too.
I see Craig. And there's
Oh.
nothing funny about that.
So all this to say, whatever happens after tonight on our Twitter, on our YouTube, I have no
Yeah,
responsibility
you have
for.
nothing. You have nothing to do with it.
And one piece of bad news: we lost a couple followers, so we're back to one below
What?
6,000 on Twitter.
That's just wrong.
Oh,
So if anyone here watching hasn't followed our Twitter at PHNX_Coyotes, please follow us, please. And please hit the like button on this video. Please.
That is hilarious.
Oh
we're
boy.
back
All right, Leah.
5999.
It's time to go, buddy.
Yeah, it's time to go. So everybody, we appreciate you for being here. Again, hit the like button. Subscribe to our YouTube. We hit 20,000 subscribers on the PHNX Sports YouTube channel today. So we're really thrilled about that. And you can follow us all on Twitter at SPetersHockey. You can follow me at Leah Merrill, at Craig S. Morgan, at Abracadanielle, and you can follow at PHNX_Coyotes. Please, someone do it. Please, so we hit 6,000 again. We appreciate you. As we mentioned, we'll be off tomorrow, but back Thursday with Jason Demers in studio for the postgame. So it should be a lot of fun. But until then, everybody, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night, and we'll see y'all later this week.
y'all city like the mayor.